And coming up on weather here, more of the same. Lovely right now. Pick a borough at Brooklyn, Queens, upper 40s, low 50s, and the Bronx right now coming in at 44 degrees. Still some chilly mornings ahead, so we're going to break that down. The warm-up kind of technically on the way too, and of course the tropics all on the 10-day when Weekend Today New York returns.
Numbers.
Not only that, but Maria, you're saying this storm's going to linger. It's not going to be just
It seems like slow.
1 mile per hour, technically. And it's
okay.
been like that for a day or two at this point too, but we're starting to see signs that it may be on its way to strengthening, as you mentioned, near hurricane strength, and some updates, but not the kind that we would want to hear as far as where this is going and what the impacts will be. So yes, it's still a tropical storm, but it is moving to the west-northwest at 1 mile per hour. A couple signs that I'm just seeing on the satellite picture is starting to kind of wrap around the center more, and you see the high clouds streaming out. That's the tropical engine, if you will, that's starting to line up where it can strengthen very quickly. And in fact, we could be looking at a major hurricane, not just a hurricane, a major hurricane by overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And unfortunately, the center of the cone, that likelihood of the center of the storm, is still forecast to be right over Jamaica as a Category 4 hurricane, 145 mile per hour max winds as early as Tuesday morning. So unfortunately, that track has not changed much since the last update. And on top of that, I don't want to forget here, Cuba too, also looking at Melissa as a major hurricane making landfall again, another landfall by Wednesday morning before moving into the Bahamas. Still the forecast keeping it well away from the East Coast, but obviously we'll be focused on the impacts, the days of wind and rain and storm surge and surf, and yes, feet of rainfall, not just for Jamaica, but for Haiti. And we'll keep an eye on Cuba too, which could also see some devastating rainfall as a result of the storm. But closer to home, so far from that, we're still looking at a very cool, beautiful weekend. You're getting a preview there with the Staten Island Expressway camera there. We continue to track Melissa, but we are tracking also some rain by the later part of next week. That hasn't changed in our forecast as well. But out there now, pleasant, 45 degrees, just a hint of that fall chill, of course. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the mid-50s by 1 o'clock. 58 will be our high today in the city, close to 60 in most places like Sussex and Islip, Bridgeport, and Poughkeepsie, and it will, of course, remain dry. Now, as far as temperatures go, we do have one cooler day here on Monday, but you can see technically a warm up by Saturday. Not going to notice the difference, but at that point, too, we're also looking at our rain chances increasing. If you've been keeping track, Wednesday, Thursday, still the time frame, but we still have a lot of details to work out, including where that heaviest rain will set up. You can see the difference in the different models there. Could be quite a change up from day to day with those models, so we'll keep you posted. Still, though, looking at things drying out by Halloween. After that, into marathon weekend. So far, so good. Still in the 50s and still dry, guys.
All right. Thank you, Maria.
Thanks, Maria. Today, we also have a special visitor. Maria LaRosa in for us. Great forecast, Maria.
Wonderful forecast, and I love those October Scorpios. Those are good. All right, we've got 49 now at Central Park, 50 at Newark, 40 in Poughkeepsie. Some patchy clouds, but you can see on the radar, really, really quiet, and that's how it's going to stay. So a full, beautiful weekend. Yes, frosty for some, even tonight and into early in the week, but late week, we're still watching that wind and rain potential. None of that today. By 10 a.m., we're 50 degrees. By 3 p.m., 58, that is our high. You'll notice a few more clouds later on this afternoon and evening, but even through 6 p.m., still in the low to mid 50s, still dry. So we'll keep an eye on that rain chance. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Guys, back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Today,
what's going on?
On the Highline, Halloween on the Highline.
Halloween on the Highline.
Yeah, I read something about that yesterday. I'm thinking about taking a walk after the show does.
Okay, there you go.
Meander.
Sure, whatever you want.
Okay, all right.
Good weather to do it.
Always have really great stuff going on in the Highline. Yeah, they sneak it in there. But yeah, it's great weather for all of that. If you are heading to Woolman Ring tomorrow for Central Park and the start of it all, looking good. And I could actually use this forecast for today because it's pretty much the same. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the mid and upper 50s, dry conditions, maybe a few more clouds heading into tomorrow afternoon, but that is just about it. By tomorrow evening, by the way, it's one of those arbitrary little fun facts for you. This evening's sunset is 6:01. Tomorrow's sunset time is 5:59. We don't get a 6 p.m. sunset or later until March. So yeah, we're losing about 2.5 minutes of daylight each day now until the solstice. But another ice rink, it looks like they're busy doing something down there. Rockefeller Plaza. Of course, 2 weeks from now, we'll have the tree on the plaza. This is wild. But you can also see the flags flying just a little bit here. We've got a brisk north wind, 49 degrees, feeling a little extra chilly because of that breeze. West Orange now at 45, Belrose 49, Bound Brook at 41. So again, very much like the last few days, mid and upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. We'll end up, I think, about 58 in the city, a light northwest wind about 5 to 10. So temperature-wise, this is the definition of consistent, right? Mid and upper 50s straight through next weekend. But we're going to throw in, aside from the dry conditions, how about some wind and rain? That's our potential here late Wednesday into Thursday. A couple things still as far as details to be worked out. Getting new models in right now, and each one is upping that rainfall potential. But you can still see the differences between our major models. So when we go through the next few days, we'll fine-tune that and talk about, too, any potential coastal impacts. All right, we've got Tropical Storm Melissa looking very healthy right now, so I fully expect the next advisory at 11 a.m. will probably make this a hurricane. But we've got it moving very slowly. It does get picked up, likely right now still in the forecast to be a major hurricane by tomorrow morning. By Tuesday morning, potentially a Category 4 hurricane making landfall in Jamaica, and then Wednesday making landfall as a major hurricane in Cuba. Obviously, high-end impacts here for a couple days for Jamaica, continuing to add up for the rainfall. We've been talking about that potential for feet of rain from Jamaica to Haiti. So unfortunately, devastating, catastrophic impacts there the next few days. For us, it's very, very quiet. 54 degrees by Monday, one of our chillier mornings too, Monday morning, 42. By the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, that's still the time frame where we'll be looking at that area of low pressure. The wind, the rain potential too should be out by Friday, Halloween. And for now, looking good for Marathon weekend, including Marathon Sunday, where temperatures will be into the mid and upper 50s. Guys, back to you.
All right. Can't complain about any of that, Maria. Thanks very much. I guess would be the word described for today.
Perfect, because it's really, really dry. We have those gorgeous blue skies out there right now, but it's crisp. We want that jacket. We have 49 now at Central Park. We're at 50 in Merrick. We're out of the 30s from Sussex and Poughkeepsie. Belmar at 47 right now. I mean, it's an easy forecast for me. Same as yesterday, pretty much. 58 for today, 57 tomorrow. We do have some chilly mornings. It does look like we bottom out for the next week and a half on Monday morning. So one of the chillier starts that we've seen so far this season. And then we start to focus on Wednesday, Thursday time period. We're looking at wind and rain and maybe quite a bit of it. We are still going to fine tune those details, but that's kind of the time period to keep an eye on. Should be out for Halloween on Friday, which is always good news for all the kiddie parades. And of course, the Marathon Sunday. So far, so good.
Awesome. All right, copy and paste. Thank you, Maria. And thank you for spending this part of your Saturday morning with us.
Hey, if things are easy for her, they're easy for us. Well, thanks for having us in for news. We'll see you tomorrow morning.